We've all heard the advice. When you're picking a major or deciding on a career path, well-meaning people tell you to ensure you have something to fall back on, a backup plan. But there is a psychological trap in that mindset. If you spend your time preparing a comfortable place to land when things go wrong, you are actively planning your own retreat. You wire your brain to play small. Nelson Mandela pointed out there is no passion to be found in settling for a life less than the one you are capable of living. The reality is, you will fail at some point. You will lose, you will suck at something, and you will absolutely embarrass yourself. These are unavoidable facts of being alive. So actor Denzel Washington proposes a different strategy. If you are going to fall, fall forward. At least then you can see what you're about to hit. But how does that work in practice? How does crashing and burning act as a mechanism to propel someone toward their goal, rather than just setting them back? Failure is an active process of elimination. It is the raw data required to find the correct path. Consider Reggie Jackson. He struck out 2,600 times, the most in the history of baseball. People don't remember the strikeouts, they remember the home runs. The failure was simply the volume of work required to reach the success. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments before he reached the light bulb. He viewed each of those failures as a necessary step that narrowed the search, making success more likely with every attempt. This mechanism of failure also forces life-altering course corrections. At Fordham University, Denzel Washington began as a pre-med student, convinced that medicine was his future. This animated trajectory shows what happened when he hit a wall. He took a course in cardiac morphogenesis that he couldn't read or pass, and his grades plummeted to a 1.8 GPA. This academic bottoming out removed him from a career he was unsuited for. The failure didn't just stop his progress, it forced him into a redirection that otherwise would not have occurred. Shortly after, while working in his mother's beauty shop, he met a woman who prophesied that he would travel the world and speak to millions. That moment, born directly from his academic failure, set his new trajectory toward the stage. For these individuals, a massive failure was the signal required to change direction entirely. These moments function as a hard reset, pushing someone away from a dead end and toward their actual calling. Navigating by failure requires consistency. You have to refuse to retreat to a safety net, even when a mistake is deeply humiliating. Early in his career, Washington auditioned for a Broadway musical. He thought it was the perfect role, but he couldn't sing. He walked out of that theater